Hello, Algo learners. Today we're going to go ahead and add the S&P 500 list to your template, so you'll have all the stock symbols for your research and your back testing. So let's go ahead and open up the template. Well, I'll show you the quick and easy way to do it right out of the gate. First of all, I put a link in the video to my GitHub page where I've listed all of the tickers where you can just do cut and paste. Simple, right? So you go to the website, you go ahead and just copy the line, take it over here into your template, and didn't want to do that. I want to delete that line, but let's just come through here. And let's go ahead and paste with Control V. And let me just delete this. There we go. Okay, so now I've just cut and pasted the list of tickers, and then all we have to do is to convert the list of tickers into an asset list using the symbol function. I just need to change this up here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call this context universe, and then my list is not securities any longer. It's securities _ 500. And then I have to go universe. Okay. So let me go ahead and just run this to make sure from a syntax standpoint we're good to go. And we'll just put in the first week of February. All right. So let's see here. We simulated 5 days, so all is good. It says errors here, but this is not an error. There's there's 3 lines here definitely showing you that things went well. If there were error, we would see syntax errors and all this stuff come up. So we're okay there. Logs. All right. So some of you are thinking, wait a minute. The S&P 500 does not contain 483 stocks. It contains 505. And so, yes, I have scrubbed the symbols because there are some symbols here where there are some data issues with Blue Shift on some of the companies. And so Blue Shift's aware of it. They're working it out. As soon as they update and get things straightened out, I'll update the GitHub list and add those tickers in there, so you'll be good to go. But right now, 483, still a good sample size, if you will, for us to do what we want for learning and how we go. All right, so that's how we do that. A couple things, though. And if you're good with that, then fine. You can go ahead and, if you want, hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next video. But I also want to show you another way that you could take down this list, particularly if you're very familiar with pandas and Python. You may want to do something slightly different. And so I'm going to go ahead and pound these out just for now. Here's another way to do this. S&P 500 equals pd.read HTML. And so what Pandas is doing here, it has a function that will allow us to read a website, a web page. And I'm going to go ahead and search for the S&P 500 ticker symbol list, and I did a Google search, and one pops up in Wikipedia. And so there it is, voila. In this table, we have the entire list of S&P 500 component stocks. Interestingly, in this page, though, there's this table, and there's also another table. This is a second table. And so the way that they run it is that the first table is 0 and the second table is number 1. So we want to take down table 0. And here's how that's important. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this website and I'm going to paste it here. And then we're going to create a data frame that's going to basically ingest the first table, which is table 0. And now that we have this data frame, we're going to create a list. Securities 500 equals, on the data frame, there was a column. And let me go back. The column that we're wanting to take down, and really what we want to drive, is the symbol column. Symbol. And what do we want to do? Well, we want to take down all the values, all the strings. And we're going to put them to a list. And so this securities underscore 500 is going to be our ticker list. Basically, every ticker symbol in that table is going to be now part of this list. And in order to convert those string list of tickers into an asset list, we're going to go to context universe equals, and we're going to symbol function S for S in securities underscore 500. So we're going to take this list securities underscore 500 and we're going to take each symbol in or each ticker and run it through the symbol function so we can get an asset object thrown into context universe. So if we basically have 505 tickers, we'll basically grind through the symbol function and we'll have 505 asset objects, corresponding asset objects in context universe. And so if I go print len context universe, I want to see, if I have 505 coming out on the backside. So I'm going to hit run. Okay, I expected this syntax error. So in line 24, we get an illegal code, and it's read underscore HTML. I could tell you that this code is fine. It's perfect. What Blue Shift has done though is they've disabled the read underscore HTML function in Pandas, and they've done it for security reasons. But if you're using another platform, or if you're programming in your code in Python somewhere else and you're using the Pandas library, this is the way to take down that list in a very easy, simple way and convert them into asset lists that your core engine will understand. Okay, so that's how you would do that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you another way of, many of you might ask, how did you get, don't tell me you sat there and you input each of those tickers one by one on your GitHub page. And so the answer is no. And so for those of you who want to know kind of the magic behind that, how I actually got that list into the GitHub page with it, the single quotations and the commas and all of that, well, stick around. I'll go ahead and show that to you next. But if that's going to completely bore you, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and hang out for the next video that we'll be posting shortly. But otherwise, if you want, stick around and I'll show you how I took down that list. So this is more of a manual process. Again, This is clunky, folks. So, but this is one way to do it. So you go back to your list and you're going to go ahead and copy, just because I really don't know any other easier way to just copy out on this table. I'm just going to highlight this whole thing, which is going to take me 2 seconds. Okay, so I lied. It took me like 15 seconds. And so I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go open up an Excel spreadsheet. And so all I'm going to do is Control V for my paste, and here I am. Column A are all my ticker symbols. Column B through I don't need. So, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and click on column A, and then I'm going to copy column A. And then I'm going to make my way over to Word. Told you it was going to be clunky. And then we're going to go ahead and go to Edit, and we're going to paste special. And you're going to want to paste unformatted text. Hit OK. And we got 11 pages. We have a lot. we have a lot of symbols. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight them all again. And then once I have them all highlighted, I'm going to hit Control H. Yours isn't going to be populated when you go to, so let me just, okay, so you're going to do caret P. And then you're going to go single quote, comma, single quote. Then you're going to hit replace all. And there's the magic. And we're going to clean this up a little bit. We're just going to come down here at the bottom and put a bracket. And we're going to come over here and we're going to put a bracket and a single quote in front of 3M. And then we're going to call our list, what is it, Securities 500. All right. And we're going to go ahead and just highlight this bad boy. And again, this is all 505 symbols with single quotes surrounding each one with a comma. So these are all strings, and this will work perfectly for our list. So hit Control C. And we'll go back to our template. And then all I have to do is hit Control V. Whoa, pasted that bad boy into one line. And there we go. And so that's how you can do it. And then you can, of course, run your context universe. You know, what I would do here. And then basically I would, well, just to make it simple here. And just do a little cut and paste action, and here we go. And so there is our universe, and our string ticker list. And then we're going to go ahead and run them through the symbol function, grind them through there, and then we're going to have the context universe list that's going to have the asset objects in them. So again, 3 ways to do it. The easy button I showed you up front, just use the GitHub page and cut and paste, and you'll be fine, and we'll move onward to other and more exciting things, so we can get moving into getting your first algo up and running.